Hey guys, a new company called Magic Eagle sent me an email, said, would you review a camera that we just came out with? And I was honored to be one of the channels they chose to do the review, so I said absolutely, send it over and we'll see what it can do. Again, it's called the Magic Eagle. Let's see if it flies or flops. But first, I'm gonna go back to when I first got the product and we'll get my initial reactions as soon as I opened it out of the box. So initially out of the box, I was pretty impressed with just how solid the camera was, had a good weight to it. Again, the brackets and the fittings on the backside, good solid metal. Start guide here, it's in 5 different languages. I didn't read any of them. Real good solid straps, made of really durable material, seem like they're gonna last a long time. Again, the backing on the camera seemed very solid. You stick a pin in this little button here to get it started. So walking you through this setup here, it's super easy. It tells you exactly what to do. You press the buttons, it gives you the prompts. The camera connects, the app tells you exactly what to do, and the camera talks to you, connects all by itself. Real easy to navigate through. From that point on, it pretty much just walks you through the whole thing, and then it's kind of voice activated.
Now connecting. Please wait.
I got a raccoon on this thing last night. Thought it'd be a good time to test out the alarm system on that thing. And as soon as I hit that, that thing took off like it owed me money. Okay guys, so this is the live view of what we are recording right now, and so it's playing back my voice because I have the voice thing on and it's picking it up on the camera, which is kind of cool. But to turn that off, you just hit this little volume type button and it'll just mute that, and so we don't have that replay. So I have some options here while I'm in live view. So I can hit the record button and I can actually make a recording of a video that's going on right now. But the camera will do that, of course, automatically. I can also take a picture, boom, save successfully. So now I have that picture. And so here's the live view. To get out of the live view, you also press on that to get into the live view. So another cool thing you got up here, you got your battery life. It's 98% right now. So this does come with a solar charger. And when I first got this thing up, it was at 0%. So I essentially had no battery. So that solar charger brought it from 0 to 100%, and it took about 2 days of pretty good sun, and it was at 100%. And honestly, I've never seen it drop below 95%. And I've sat there, and me and my wife have watched footage of deer and stuff for probably 30 minutes, and it never dropped below 95%. It would drop a couple percent like in like 20-30 minutes. And again, I have the solar panel oriented towards the sun, towards the south, and so it's in an optimum location. It doesn't have any shade, so if you're in the woods, you're not going to get that much charge on your solar panel that I am right now. But I am in the optimal place. Like I said, it's face south, it's in the middle of the sun, it's in the middle of a field, there's no trees or shade around. So take that for what it's worth, but if you do have this in optimal conditions, that solar charger is gonna keep that charged, I mean, 95 to 100%, unless you're just seeing a ton of stuff and you're just sitting there on live feed for 3 or 4 hours, it might drop lower than that. But then you shut it off and it's going to come right back up to 100%. It charges up to 100% extremely fast. I was extremely happy with that. And so it does save power, and I kind of was waiting for this. So it says to save the power, the video return. So it kind of just shuts off after a while, but you can just hit that live view and it'll go right back into it. So it's shut off because it's trying to save battery, even though it's still at 98%. And I'm just going to hit it again. Say you're watching a deer or something, you don't want to stop watching, you just hit it again. And again, it's still copying my voice, and you can hear it through my phone, the sound that the camera is picking up. And again, just hit that silence and it'll silence that. Another cool thing is this call button. So I can actually talk through the camera. So I can turn it on my phone, and this is my voice coming out through the camera. So if I was to say have a trespasser, I can actually say, hey, get the heck off my property. And if that isn't scary, if you're trespassing, I don't know what is. Also, so I'm gonna turn that off. So also it has this alarm sound. So if I have, say, we have a ton of coons. We have raccoons. I mean, I've seen 20, 30 raccoons just sitting there eating pile of bait that you have out or whatever. If you use bait, you know, raccoons are gonna find it and they're gonna just absolutely eat it up. So this alarm sound could be used for if you want to scare away an animal, or if you have a trespasser and want to scare away or alert the trespasser. Also things that can be used for, say you put it over a garden plot and you don't want the deer on the plot, you can just hit that alarm. It'll alert you that there's a deer in it. You can hit that alarm and you can scare the deer away, or, you know, raccoon or whatever animal it is, or trespasser. So I thought that was a really cool feature. Now, what concerned me is, yeah, you hit the alarm or you start talking to them, they see the camera, they're like, okay, I'm caught, but I'm gonna take this camera with me. All right, well, the camera has a GPS, so if somebody takes this camera, I can track them where they take it, dude. I mean, to me, that's pretty cool. So I accidentally hit the weather app, but again, it does have weather. So if you're saying, if you're one of those guys that likes to study wildlife and actually see, like, when are the deer coming out? What's the temperature? What kind of wind direction is this buck traveling through this area during? So you can hit this weather app and you can make recordings and observations, like, say, oh, I caught a buck on camera, I caught my target buck or whatever it is. Now I want to hit the weather and I'm going to record all the wind direction, the precipitation, humidity, air pressure, whatever, sunset, or what kind of moon it is, and when it's getting dark at night, temperature, whatever, right? That's pretty neat too. So here we go. Boom, I hit the map and I scrolled away because I don't want to give away my location, so, you know, somebody wants to track me down and stalk me down. But anyway, yeah, it shows the camera. It has this map. You can go out. Oh, sorry, hit the thing on accident. So I can scroll way out and I can zoom in on that camera right there, and I know where that camera is, and I can track that camera to that thief's house. So you try to steal my camera, I got your location. A lot of people don't know that, and I don't think that is the case with a lot of different cameras. That's my biggest fear, is that someone will take my cell cam. Now I can track you. I've essentially got a ping on your location at all times where my camera is. Somebody takes it, I'm gonna drive to their house, or yeah, I'll say on here that I'll call the cops and do all the right things, but I'm gonna get that camera back. Unless they absolutely destroy it, I'm still gonna get it back, whether it's destroyed or not, and we'll have some words. But anyway, let's go back to the gallery. It's pretty standard here. So here's a bunch of pictures of me setting it up. I set it up in a new location just now, and I had it on the ground for a long time. So there's me. I did some mowing around with my DR, and here's some night pictures, but I can click on that and I can go wherever date I want. Say I want to go look, oh, that deer was on the 14th, whatever. I don't really know which day. I'm trying to think of what day I seen a bunch of deer. Here we go. So this was the 18th of August. Got a ton of a mother and fawn, a big doe and a fawn out hanging out by the pond. So that's, again, pretty cool. Now you see, you get a picture, and maybe it's not the best clear. It's not bad. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about pixels and all that stuff, because I just really would be like a fish out of water. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know. I know whether a picture is clear or not, and I can clearly see what that is. The same thing with other animals. The thing that I look for in a camera is that I can see and make out whether, you know, the size of a buck, how many points it has. If I see turkey, I want to be able to tell if it's a hen or a gobbler. I want to be able to see how large the beard is, and all of that is present with this camera. But if you get something and you can't make it out very well, you can request a high-res picture, and it'll put in a request for a high-res picture. So something I thought was impressive the way they built this camera. It has this rubber sleeve I mentioned earlier. Definitely a very waterproof system, and that is a definite must-have in a camera that's going to be sitting out a lot of the year. Even when you have it hooked up to the solar charger, it still has a specially built port to bring that cord through there and kind of lock it, seal it into place, and keep the water out. So I thought that was a pretty cool system, and a well thought out issue that I was sort of worried about when I was setting this up. So I haven't had any issues. It's rained multiple times since I've had the camera and haven't had any issues. Still works great. And just looking at it here, I see no sign of rust, no sign of water inside of the system, and no sign that it has been detrimental to the unit at all. So all in all, guys, I'd recommend this camera. I think it's a great unit, and there's a lot of things in it that are just very impressive to me. Specifically, you know, the ability to have a GPS unit inside the camera, you know, the ability to control things from home while it's out here, you know, the alarm, the voice commands, put your voice over the camera. All that stuff to me is pretty cool, and I can see a definite actual use. But I could actually see scare away trespassers, and to be able to track your camera down, I thought that was really cool, and it's kind of an impressive part of the unit. I've stated kind of the problems throughout the video that I had, but honestly, I mean, I'd recommend this to anybody. I'd recommend this to my friends. Like I said, I got sent this unit, but I'm probably going to go ahead and purchase a couple more for myself. Because, you know, I have a couple more properties that I'd like to get eyes on, as well as I'd like to put one over my chicken coop, because we got some serious fox problems. And as you guys know, if you watch the channel at all, you know I trap a lot, and so I think it would be kind of cool to have this on a trap line, so I can be at work or whatever, and if it pings that I've got an animal in the trap, you know, I know right away that I gotta get over there ASAP to get that animal out of the trap. And so I like this camera. Kind of was snooping around, and I thought, who else do they give this to, as far as, you know, YouTube channels and influencers or whatever you want to call them. But most of the ones that I've seen, and now it might be just the algorithm because all I watch is like hunting and outdoor and homesteading stuff, but a lot of the guys were hunters, you know, and they had it for deer or elk or whatever. And so if you're that kind of guy, I really highly recommend this camera. It's affordable, it's budget friendly, and you know, it's a good camera. You know, if you want the most high quality pics, I don't know that it can do that. I don't have a whole bunch to compare it to. So my question to you guys is, what kind of camera do you guys use, and why? What are the pros and cons of it? So if you want to, you know, comment, we'll make a little discussion here. What is the best trail cam? This one, I like it. I mean, again, I haven't used a lot of cell cams, but I like this one. So guys, if you're in the market for a new cell cam, or maybe your first cell cam, of course, as always, do your own research, but the Magic Eagle is something worth looking at.